In this video, I'm going to give you 3 keys to building a fan base in the arts. Wouldn't you like more people to follow you and support you? I knew you would, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Bob Baker, author of The Passion Principles, the Guerrilla Music Marketing Handbook, and founder of the Empowered Artist Movement. I had to think about that for a second. Is that the name of the book? Yes, it is. Welcome to my channel where I share marketing and career advice for musicians, for writers, visual artists, actors, and really creative entrepreneurs of all types. So if you don't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. So the 3 tips I'm going to share with you today were inspired by 3 sections in my latest book. It's called The Passion Principles, 101 Ways to Express Your Creativity and Share It with the World. As I record this, I'm still waiting for the proof to arrive from the printer, the very first copy. It's that brand spanking new, but I do have an image of the cover on my iPad here. Can you see that? Ooh, kind of freaky. Whoa, wow, man. So each of the 101 principles in the book are very short by design. I created this resource for time-starved people like you and me who didn't have hours maybe to wade through pages and thousands of words and all that. So they're little bite-sized chunks of wisdom that you can latch onto and either get the inspiration from, or maybe it'll give you an idea for a little action step that you can take, or maybe a big action step, come to think of it. So I'm going to read 3 of the principles from the book and then expound on each one as I go. Sound cool? Let's rock and roll. I'm going to start with principle 64, and it reads thusly. Understand the role of fans and supporters. There are many factors that determine a creative person's level of success. Talent, determination, connections, marketing savvy, a large body of work, etc. But if your goal is monetary success and popularity, one factor stands above the rest, having a sizable number of admirers who support you with their time, attention, presence, and money. Sure, being excellent at your craft and having lots of industry connections are great, but those things won't bring you cash flow and impact. Only a supportive group of fans will deliver the goods. Your creative journey will be greatly enhanced if you make building relationships with fans a regular habit that you enjoy. See, I told you these were short, but the first step to growing a fan base is to understand the importance of fans. See, so many artists get obsessed with industry people and all these entities that stand between you and your fans, like venues and media people and A&R people and book publishers and libraries and retail stores and blah, blah, blah. There's nothing wrong with establishing relationships with those people or those things, but to me, my mantra for decades has been focus on fans. Your career, the impact you make, the amount of money you make, your legacy as an artist will really be determined by the number of people who know about you, who enjoy what you do, who support you in various ways. So the first step, again, to growing a fan base is this understanding the important role that fans and supporters and people who rave about you and pass on the word to their friends, knowing the role that they play in your creative life is crucial. And you gotta be willing to put a priority on it and enjoy that process. You're going to look forward to making connections with these important, awesome people. Okay? Ooh. All right, key number 2, which just happens to be principle number 65 in the book, is build an audience first. Here's the typical pattern that artists follow. They work on a new album, book, play, or video for months. Then they release it and realize they need to market it. Then they bombard their friends and followers with sales announcements. Sadly, this is not very effective and can actually alienate many people. Try this instead. Start sharing your message now before you have anything to sell. Post interesting things about your craft, your process, your story, your journey, etc. And do it only with an intention to inform and inspire people. Build an audience interested in your topic first. Then, when you have something to promote, you'll have an existing fan base to share it with. I know depending on where you are in your creative journey, this may be a tough thing to hear because you may be at that stage where you just released something and you're eager to promote it and sell it. And that's okay, you can start doing that, but that's why you've probably heard over the years that you need to start marketing. Well, I wouldn't say start marketing. I want to say start building a fan base now. But I don't have an album. My book's, a year away. So what? Spend a little time building that audience now without selling anything. I've been at this a long time, and I'm very blessed to have had a following for many years, but I've been thinking more and more about that is not the key to market to them. I know marketing is sort of my niche area, especially with music, but my advice if you're just starting out or if you're kind of early in the stage of your career is to build an audience first by sharing valuable stuff with people who resonate with what you do. And that can be your process in your journey. You can also share resources from other people. When you run across blog posts or YouTube videos that inspire you, that lift you up, share that with your audience. And other people that think like you will begin to see you as a resource on your topic. Consider interviewing other people in your field. That will attract their fans to what you do also. But it's about sharing value and sharing yourself and your personality before you even have anything to sell. And again, if you're going, well, I don't have anything of value to offer, who am I? Well, again, when you run across a blog post, a video, a podcast, or something that inspires you, maybe riff on that. Share like the top 3 tips, like I'm doing here, that you learned from someone else's blog post and record a video or an audio or write an article about it. Give them credit. Definitely let people know the source that inspired this, but paraphrase what they said and put your own spin on it. There are all kinds of ways that you can share information and inspiration and your actual art, music, books, whatever, with people and do it in an authentic way. So get to it, darn it. You didn't hear me, right? All right. Whoa. All right, here's the third and final principle, which is number 66 in the book. And here we go. Preach to the choir. Many creative people think of promoting their work as a battle. They go to war to grab people's attention and make an unsuspecting public aware of their latest offering. It's a battle fraught with challenges. Interrupting people with marketing messages and converting them into customers is hard work. There's an easier way, and no convincing or manipulation is required. Simply determine who already wants what you offer, who is currently hungry for what you create. In other words, stop trying to convert people. Preach to the choir instead. Go for the low-hanging fruit of potential fans. So, who is predisposed to like you? And how can you more easily reach them? I've been using this word predisposed a lot in recent years in workshops. And I just love everything that sums up. So what does the word predisposed mean? That means that there's something about this type of person that makes them more likely than not to resonate with what you do. And there are all sorts of factors that determine whether someone is predisposed to like you. Obviously, it's other similar types of artists or musicians or writers, whatever. If they're drawn to people that do similar styles, there's a good chance they may like your style as well. But beyond that, determine what's the gender makeup. Is it equally men and women? Is it slant more one way or the other? Age range is really important. What's the age range of the ideal fan who is predisposed to like you? More likely than not, they're around your age, give or take 5 or 10 years. What type of lifestyle do they live? These are all factors that sort of go into what makes someone predisposed to like you. So don't have to convert everyone and people that don't even like your genre. Go after the people who are already enjoying that type of thing. Find out where they're hanging out. Become part of those communities. Start conversations with them. I can't determine who your ideal predisposed type of person is, but you know if you really think about it. So here are those 3 key elements of growing a fan base in the arts. Number 1, understand the role of fans and supporters and how they mean everything to your career. 2, build an audience first. Before you have something to sell, just share value, share something about yourself that would resonate with the ideal type of people who would support you. And spend many months, a year, or whatever, doing that if you can. But focus on attracting and getting attention, ideally, before you start attracting money. And number 3 is preach to the choir. Don't go out and convert people that have no idea what you're up to. figure out who's already predisposed to like you, get to know them. I mean, with all of these tips, it really comes down to making things easy. Everybody wants to make marketing and building a career so hard, and I'm a struggling artist and all this. But ask yourself, how can I make this easy? Why go out and convert people that could care less about you, maybe even dislike, when you can just go ask, how can I make this easy? Where can I find people that already like what I'm doing? Ask those questions about every aspect of your career. How can you make this easy and enjoyable? It doesn't have to be hard work. That's ridiculous. I hope you found this helpful, and if you'd like the entire Passion Principles book, I'll have links in the description below this video to where you can acquire that and own it for yourself. And if you'd like to get in touch with me or stay in touch with me, the best way to do that is with email. So I encourage you to get on the Creative Entrepreneur VIP list. It's really easy to do. Just go to this webpage, promoteyourcreativity.com. That's promoteyourcreativity.com. I'll even give you free access to one of my courses and give you a sample download of some of my other books. So again, subscribe to the channel if you don't already. Share this, hit the like button, leave a comment, interact in whatever way makes you feel good. And most importantly, share this with a friend who could really use this type of inspiration. And if you'd like to support my ongoing efforts to educate and inspire creative people around the world, please consider becoming a patron. Just go to patreon.com/Bob Baker to learn more about how to do that and get some really cool perks when you do. Thanks for all you do to express your creativity and share it with the world. I so appreciate you. I'm Bob Baker saying so long for now. Also consider life experiences. There's certain challenges that people had, or maybe they grew up in a certain type of neighborhood or socio-demographic thing, blibbity-blobbity-blip. Perhaps you do something that's retro that appeals to older people, or you do something hip that's whatever. Yeah. Ooh, kind of freaky. Whoa, wow, man.